Scratch an itch in an awkward place. Like the balls? If you're in a cinema, that's a public place, right? But it's a dark room. If you got to scratch Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men, you're gonna do it. You know? I don't know, if you're sitting in church or a place of worship, and you just stick a finger up your ass crack, it's probably not, it's probably not the best thing to do. So I'm 50-50. These polls will probably have you and your friends divided over what's acceptable to do in public. This seems like it's a good avenue to go down. Would you lick your fingers after eating a snack? Yes, of course. I'd do it with nothing but shame. Make sure that no one can see. Turn my back. Oh no, think of the germs. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. You fucking complain about germs and then hold your phone happily, which has more bacteria on it than your toilet. You know what I mean? Would you take removable braces out? No, absolutely not. That's a disgusting thought. That's vile, and I hope that nobody said yes. What? What? Really? Hey, Artux. That is absolutely mad to me. That's absolutely mad to me. Y'all are crazy. 35%. 7,500 people? Oh. Would you walk barefoot after a night out? If I told you I have done it before, what would you say? I'm not proud of it. In fact, would you walk barefoot? I'm kind of tied. I have to say yes because I was forced to do it before. But I wouldn't do it again. So I would hit this, but unfortunately fate has sealed. My fate has been sealed, so unfortunately. What? 50-50 almost. Well, depends where. What does that mean? Are you walking from like a hut where you got wrecked with your buddies, a shed, to your house? Or are you walking across town on a walk of shame after a one night stand? What does that actually encapsulate as a question? I don't know. Would you swear loudly during a conversation? I'm Scottish. Ever sit on a public toilet seat without wiping it first? Yes. Yeah. I mean, if you see a speck of shit on it, I'm not going to go anywhere near it. I won't wipe it at all. If there's like a little bit of dribble on it, sure, I'll give it a little wipe. I'll give it an extra swipe with a Lysol disinfectant wipe. But otherwise, I don't know, this shit looks clean. It's fine. It's alright. I'm not above it. 50-50, interesting. The most divisive yet. Does it have us questioning friends? Does it have us questioning what's acceptable to do in public though? That's the real question. It's okay to pick your nose in public. I mean, is it okay? Yeah. Is it advisable? No, absolutely not. I would not do this. I know people that would do this. I used to have a buddy, and I'm gonna fucking roast him right now. I used to just walk down the street or be sitting in the cinema or in a bar. I just turn and this motherfucker's just saving himself a snack for later, and I thought it was vile. And I used to call it out on him and be like, it's the most normal thing to do. I'm like, nah man, it's not. That's full Shrek behavior. I'm sorry, I can't get behind it. But he was happy. He was living his best life. It's just whenever I was with him, I couldn't live mine. I'm not impressed, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not impressed. Are you the kind of person to take your shoes off while sitting on a train or in a bar? Train, yes. Bar, no. What do you mean in a bar? At least in a train, you're stuck there in transit, and you've got nothing to fucking occupy your brain other than your comfort. If you've got a sore back, that shit you'll feel that shit on the train more than you'll feel it in a bar. In a bar, it's likely to not be well heated either. This is kind of, nah, I can't imagine myself taking my shoes off in a bar. I can't. So I'm 50-50. But since I said train, I'm kind of locked to that answer. Wow, that surprises me. It has to be said. People actually have self-respect. Really? Are you sure? They're on BuzzFeed.com. I highly doubt this. Did you ever burp out loud in public? I mean, yes. Sometimes it's not voluntary, right? I wouldn't do it of my own volition. Sometimes you just have to do it. And it depends who with as well. If you're with a group of mates, yeah, you're gonna do it maybe. It might be funny, but it's clearly not socially acceptable. But sometimes, you know, you can't help yourself. Be it a physical urge or a psychological urge, you can't help yourself. Do you believe in PD? I believe it exists. Burp to hide the fart, exactly. Sometimes needs must. Do you believe in public displays of affection? That's what PDA means, if you weren't aware. Public displays of affection. Do I believe that it exists? Yes. Unfortunately, yes, I do. It's the most cringe thing, though. I think it's absolutely horrid. Like, if you're at a party or something, then at least when people are wasted, it's like, ah, I kind of understand. But if you're out in public, in like a cafe or some shit, and someone starts necking off you, have you ever been in that situation? It's absolutely fucked. You just want to shrink, disappear. You just do not want to know those people anymore. You turn your back on them and you go to a different table. Just leave them to it. This, honestly, no. Do I believe in it? Like it's a thing that should be advocated for? Nah, not for me. Yeah, it's cute. There we go. That's the BuzzFeed crowd I was hoping to encounter. Do you ever brush your teeth in a pub? Why not? What a nothing question. What do you mean? What's wrong with that? What? Am I insane? Is there something wrong with me? It's a sink and there's water. And what does public bathroom even mean? Okay, it could mean two things. It could be like a sink or a big row of sinks, like 4 sink options in like a busy place, and you know, you're taking up one of them, and there's 3 on your side where people can like watch you, whatever. Who cares what they think? But anyway, I understand people saying no to that. But like, it could also just be a one-person bathroom. Imagine like, is a disabled bathroom in like a bar or something? Is that considered a public bathroom? I think it is. So you lock the door behind you. Who cares? Who gives a mate? People will take off babies' diapers and straight up just wipe and wave around shit in bathrooms. What's wrong with brushing your teeth? Is that really a big deal? It doesn't seem it to me. Those people who are making out in school lockers at 7 AM scare me. I mean, yeah. Trust me, you think that's weird. Wait till they're full-on adults and they're supposed to have a semblance of morality. I can think of a few things as immoral as necking off with your tongue down someone else's throat at Starbucks. Like, it's just bizarre. You don't live in a rom-com. People aren't watching you and being like, oh, that's cute. No one's doing that. Well, I mean, in fairness, 39% of people think that, but those people are insane. 6,452 of the most sane BuzzFeed users. 6,452 of future prison inmates. Someone should check them out. Would you ever lick your plate in a Nah. But working in a restaurant, I can tell you I've seen it, and every time I see it, myself and the owner, we look at each other and we're like, bruh, what are they doing? It's a level beyond acceptability in my mind. I appreciate you enjoyed the food, but come on, man. That's just nasty. No, I would not. 4% of absolute Neanderthals. Oh, I also... Oh, no, I'm not gonna flame them like that. I'm just gonna say there was someone very close to me in my life that used to do this. But they didn't do it in public. They did it in the house. I still found it weird. In front of me, I was still a bit perturbed. But at least in a restaurant, they had a sense of self-awareness. Scratch an itch in an awkward place. Like the balls? Public place. Again? I have to question what public even means. Like, if you're in a cinema, that's a public place, right? But it's a dark room. If you got to scratch Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men, you're gonna do it. You know? if you're at, like, I don't know, if you're sitting in church or a place of worship and you just stick a finger up your ass crack, it's probably not it's probably not the best thing to do. So I'm 50-50. But if they're talking about awkward places, the neck is not it. Come on, that's a fair thing to say, right? That's reasonable. I'm pro it. Fuck it, I'm pro it. If you got a scratch, you got a scratch. I'm anti-scratch shaming. Let me at it. It's me. I'm the disgusting piece of shit in this one. Oh, I guess, like, I don't know. If you're a guy, this is a different question. Now, I don't want to say that I imagine that most of the BuzzFeed users are women, but I guess for guys, we have more of a who fucking cares attitude with this, maybe? Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm betraying my poor hygiene. I don't know. Would you sort out a wedgie in front of... And to me, these are synonymous. These are the same thing. And of course I would. Comfort comes first. Comfort comes first. I can't be feeling uncomfortable. Millhouse knows. These are the same thing to me, though. These are the same... Who's to say... What? I'll awkwardly try to put up with it. Sorry, I thought it said pull it up. Anyway, yeah, of course I'm sorting out a wedgie. What? What is this? Who are these people? They've got so much patience. I thought I was quite a patient person. I deal with adults being actual children. I basically supervise an adult daycare center in the form of a bar. And yet, these people have more patience than I could possibly fathom. Would you eat really smelly food on public transport? You take the side step. Yeah, you take the side step. I won't lie, I've done it on stream before. I've done it on stream before. Sometimes I'll just be sitting and I'll just do a little shuffle like that. A shuffle like that. Solved. Solved. It's not a big deal. Is this a public place? If this is a public place, I've broken almost all of these rules on it. Would you eat really smelly food on public transport? No. But have you ever sat on like a train with someone that has? There was a girl I was on the train with once, and she brought in like it was like a burrito or something. It looked really good. But I had to fucking endure the stench of it for like 3 hours. And it was just like this oniony stench that just no one needed, man. There's no respect in that. She wasn't even like a kid. She was kind of a kid. She was like 18. But I remember her mum or an older figure with her was like, "Are you actually going to eat that here?" And she was like, "Yeah, come on. There's no rules against eating on a train." No, not technically false. There are no rules against eating on a train. There are on some trains, some public transport, buses, for example. But there's a societal rule. Read the room. No, I'll wait till I'm somewhere less crowded. Nice to be in the majority for once. Nice to be considered normal. Although if you're on BuzzFeed.com, I don't think anyone can be considered normal, but here we are. I had a 6-hour bus ride across Sweden, and the guy behind me opened the smelliest rice cake pack ever. It's just no shame. But on one level, I'm jealous of these people. How do you have such self-confidence? How can you just pop that open and be like, yeah, this is acceptable? Like, what the fuck? Would you blow your nose loudly in front of people when it's really quiet? Yeah. Yeah? This isn't that hard a question. Of course. People will just fucking deal with it. It's like, would you begrudge someone coughing because they have to in public just because they have to? You're not going to tell them to sit there and stew and have a fucking demon stirring within them. Get that thing out of you. Public exorcisms. I'm pro. What the fuck? Not during COVID times. I know what you mean. But even so, when you've got that mask on, if you got a cough like once, you're gonna have to. I remember the anxiety though, that was fucked. That was on a different level. People just staring at you in public, waiting for you to make that move so they could oust you, Dark Knight Rises style, and exile you. It's pretty horrid. Clipping your nails? No, that's fucked. I'm sorry, that's fucked. That's the ultimate red flag. I would disown friends for doing this. I would disown friends for doing this. That's horrid. Let me know what you think in the comments. Honestly, I think you're not okay and you should go under some sort of psychological evaluation. The fact, are some of these considered... Well, they must be. They must be considered controversial and debatable. There's only a couple of them that were like below 5%. And I guess it gives me some hope for humanity that the two that utterly repulsed me most, I'm with most people on. Strength in numbers. I'm happy to conform on this occasion. On to the next.